This property already has some character inside, such as arched walls and window frames, and with your magic touch, you could make it even better. But for 105,000 euros, you aren't paying for the wallpaper. You're paying for this. Location, location, location. Unobstructed views of the castle on a main piazza of town, within walking distance to all services and 15 minutes drive to the beach. I'm sure you can work with this. This town has great transportation services and the bus stop is just right behind me. So here you will be within walking distance to all your services, your doctor, your pharmacy, optometrist, fruit shop, supermarket. Okay, so we go through here. The property has been very well kept. The owner is a builder, so he has certainly kept up with maintenance. This property is set out on 3 floors, but here is the interesting part. It is pretty much ready to have 2 separate properties, one of which you could rent out. This hilltop Italian town is a great option for those budget-conscious buyers who still want to be well connected. It is busy in summer and attractive to tourists without having the big price tag of a touristy spot. During other seasons of the year, it is still lively with locals, which is exactly what you want. So, if you have been following us for a while, you will know that in these towns, they have installed water pumps, as back in the day, the water supply wasn't very reliable, particularly in summer. Now you don't really have that issue, but Italians are very self-reliant people and they take precautions. So even if they don't use their water pumps so much these days, they still keep them, they still install them. Now we come up a very comfortable set of stairs. And we have, let's say, our living quarters over that way. But here we have something super interesting because it could work as a very nice home office. You'll see that in a second. We even have a bit of an arch there. So you could have your desk over here, a nice chair. You get very nice light over this way. And you have a balcony. Here we have double glazed doors. And look at your view from here, you guys. While living here, you won't have any excuse not to try learning how to cook local dishes, since as you can see, you'll have access to local, fresh produce right at your doorstep. If you have a car, parking is on the street. However, remember that the transportation is very close, only walking distance to your buses. It is not unusual that traveling by bus in Italy to a main city takes less time than a train, since depending on the terrain, freeways are more straightforward than railway lines. This charming hilltop town is located only 2 hours from Bari, which offers international flights to many European destinations and even New York in the high season. We can't wait to test that fly ourselves. The balcony is in good condition. They have covered the floor of the balcony to protect from bird droppings. Okay. Wow, once you close these doors, it's nice and quiet here. And that is just a window that faces the staircase down there. After the home tour, we will provide you with closing costs for this property as well as investment analysis. You will be surprised by the return on investment on this one, since here you will have the choice to rent out one unit and occupy the other one yourself, or rent out both. This window here, in typical Italian fashion, is quite interesting. There is the window, but when you open it and when you look at what's on the other side, it is actually someone else's property. So you could decide to keep it as a window to get some light, or completely close it off if you don't like to have this kind of setup. This is not uncommon, especially when we find a large palazzo that has been subdivided. So you guys, because the home has been painted and they renovated a while ago with new tiles and so on, you may not see the character, but the character is there. We see character in different aspects here, like the very high ceilings, the arches throughout the home, and the outlook of this property. Okay, now if we open this window, we're going to be looking at another street actually. So you're super close from the post office. Here we have a bank as well, and many people have bank accounts with the post office. So those people, for example, there are taking money out of the ATM. There is some parking there. And even though we have a few churches nearby, remember, not all the churches have active bells. So don't be discouraged by properties when you see that they're close to a church, if you're bothered by bells. Personally, we love bells. A lot of the time it's just the mother church of town that has the bells ringing before mass or every hour, and usually also it doesn't happen at night time. If in doubt, just be sure to ask. If you're finding any useful information on this video, please remember to subscribe. Subscribing is free and it will help our channel be discovered by more people so that we can continue to bring you this content. In saying that, what else is more Italian than their bells ringing? Okay, as we get to this area, and actually I just want to point out that there is another arch there. We have the two dwellings. One is over that way, and then the other one is up that way. So you could easily live here on this floor and rent out the top floor. In this property, we're going to see 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the first floor, and again 2 bedrooms and 1 bathroom on the second floor. So over here you're gonna have a nice living and dining area. We have 2 bedrooms over this way, and then 2 rooms over there. We'll go there shortly. They could be your kitchen and laundry. And if we come over here, we're going to have a full bathroom, a toilet, a bidet, a sink and a shower. And here we'll be facing the street where the post office is again. So it's pretty nice that you're going to have a window in your bathroom. Great, and we have the connections for the washing machine. We're back at our living room, and if we come over here, we'll see what they use as the kitchen in the past. You guys, this room feels so cute. It may be small, it may be too small of a kitchen for many of you. However, if you want to enlarge it, you can open up through there. The builder has told us that that wall is not a load-bearing wall, so you can make your way through over there to have a larger kitchen.
And how about you? Would you rather have a larger kitchen or keep it as it is, where you will have a separate kitchen and laundry area? Let us know in the comment section.
Great size window. And over here we have that other room, very similar to the little room that we just saw. Beautiful arch there, framing that window, super thick walls. This connection here is for gas, for methane, no, for propane gas, for gas bottles. So they used to have two bottles connected here. That way, if one ended, if one finished, you have the other one ready to go. And then over here we have our first bedroom. Nice size. You have your radiators and a little balcony here. So I think all the windows are double glazed.
This balcony is small, but it certainly adds a nice touch. It makes you feel connected to the piazza and what's going on outside. You can still have a foldable table hanging from the railing and have a couple of chairs on the inside of the bedroom.
Very nice outlook from these windows, you guys. And we go to our second bedroom over here. This bedroom is a bit smaller than the previous one, but still a nice size. And here again we have double glazed windows with shutters, and we look at the block internally. You'll still get very nice light and ventilation from here. Back in the living room, So this is the tour of our first apartment. Now let's go to our second apartment. So right now we're on the first floor. This could be, I'm just thinking, this could be a very nice spot to read. Have a nice chair there, cup of tea, a shelf with books. Very nice. Okay, so we have our first apartment there, our entrance over that way, and now we're going to go to our second floor. You have separate doors, as you can see here. And this is the one that you could be renting out or living for your friends, for family. That way everyone has their own space. Okay, bedroom number 1 here. These windows look at the tower. Those bells there actually just ring for mass, I believe on Sundays only. Then we have room number 2. Similar size. And you also have a view, a bit of a view of the castle. And if we turn over this way, we're going to have our bathroom. Large enough for a toilet, a bidet, a sink, and a shower. You have another electric water heater over there. And as we continue over here, we're going to have your living and dining area.
If you would like to be one of the first viewers to have access to our videos, please consider joining our Patreon page. From only $3.50 a month, you can gain early access to our home tours and special content. I will leave the link in the description section of this video. Grazie mille!
Your kitchen is tucked away over here. Probably from there you can get your connections to your washing machine, to have your washing machine in the kitchen, like is the case for most Italian houses. That's the bathroom over there, and this wall seems to be just a tramezzo, so not a load-bearing wall. So if you want to keep this open space, you could do that. Otherwise, it's nice and cute to have it separately like this as well. And you have a window there. You have another pretty size window over here. And then down here, you can have some storage. It's a nice height. You have a couple of stairs to come here. And then this will be perfect for storage.
Now that you have seen the whole property, let's check out the numbers, closing costs as well as investment opportunities. With a purchase price of 105,000 euros and notary cost of about 2,500 euros, registration taxes of about 8,800, considering that this will be a holiday home, it will be less if it's going to be your full-time home, then we will have agency and other fees with a total of 7,300 euros. This includes the agency fee itself, our finder's fee, a geometry assessment, your translator, and the contract registration. For a total purchase of 123,600 euros. Now let's look at this property as a potential investment, with a total purchase price of 123,600 euros and potential rental income of 450 euros or 900 euros a week. These will vary depending on whether you rent out one unit or two. Your potential return on investment will be either 4.3% if you rent out one unit or 8.78% if you rent out both. These figures account for renting out only during the 3 months of the summer season. If you rented longer, your return on investment, of course, will be higher than this. So what do you think? Do you see potential on this property? Will you live on the first floor and rent out the second floor, or will you keep the whole property for yourself and your family? Let us know in the comment section. Thank you so much to our patrons for their generosity. Your extra support is humbling and very much appreciated. As always, we have a lot more content for you to enjoy. If you would like to continue your search for your Italian dream home, please click here. If you would like to discover curated content that will help you in your own journey of planning to and living in Italy, please click here. Also, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time. Ciao!